then don't expect anything. Amen? If you start your day with, I can't keep this up. I cannot let this go. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. Don't expect something is going to change. There's this word called insanity. Insanity, insane. You know what that word means? Insanity simply means doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's what insanity means. So if you're waking up every morning and say, oh yeah, this problem is going to go away, I don't have to take care of this problem, and every single day that's what you're saying, and you're praying to God, Lord, please solve it next morning, and you're expecting the next morning, the Bible or the word that is right for you is insane. In other words, you're insane. Because you're doing the same thing, expecting a different result. How you look at your problem will define how it will be resolved. Wake up this Monday and say, this is going to be a wonderful Monday. Let's see how it's going to change. Oh, it's Monday again. Gotta go to work again. Fool, if you don't go to work, you're not going to be able to pay your bills. Then you have more problems. Try to look at things differently. Changing your thinking will give different results. It's as simple as that. Maybe you're looking at it this way. Why don't you look at it this way? Amen?
Amen.
Maybe you look at it this way. Go look at it this way. Change your thinking. And this is what I love about David. David, there are three things that David did. And there are three things that David had that others didn't have. First one, David was not focused on the size of Goliath like everybody else. Everybody else was focused on the size of Goliath. David was more concerned how to shut him up. You notice that? David was not focused on Goliath. He was more focused how to shut him up. In other words, David, he's giving all his energy thinking how to solve the problem instead of exerting all his energy thinking about the problem. There's a big difference. You can think about the problem every day. It's not going to do anything. David focused on the solution. How can I shut this up? How can I shut this man up? Because I don't like what he's doing. He was more focused on how to solve the problem instead of focusing on the problem itself. Amen? Make sense? Number two, David did not see the size of Goliath as a threat, but as an advantage. David did not see the size of Goliath as a threat, but as an advantage. In other words, Goliath was too big for him to miss, not too big for him to defeat. Imagine if you would have that kind of thinking. Imagine if you have the kind of thinking that this problem is so big, but I'm going to see it differently. David saw Goliath. Oh man, this is big. Other people saw Goliath. He's big. He started running. David said, he's big. There's no way I'm going to miss him. There's no way. I can throw the stones from here. I still... Yeah, it's still there. But other people, he's big. They start running. Imagine if you will have that kind of thinking. If you have that kind of thinking. Somebody tells you to break a bad news to you. You have cancer. Okay. God is bigger than cancer. Oh, you lost your job. Oh, God will give you another one. That's another opportunity that I can say that I lost my job and God gave me another one. Amen. You know, your husband is kind of, getting on your nerves. Get another one. I have perfect match. Change your thinking. Change how you see your problem. Maybe you keep whining to God about these bills keep coming up. And God's telling you, let it go. I did not ask you to buy it in the first place. Who told you to be friends with Sally anyway? Who told you to use your credit card? Who told you to do this? So just let him go. Oh, Lord, I'm going to file bankruptcy. That's what you get. Simple. Because you're not faithful in handling your money. Maybe you have experience with, going through problems with relationships. Did you ask? Maybe God will tell you, did you ask me first before you had a relationship with that someone? No. That's what I'm saying. You didn't ask me. Change the way you see your problems today, and God will give different results. God will give different results. Lastly, David saw the life as an opportunity to show the world that with God, nothing is impossible. It says in verse 47, then all this assembly shall know that the Lord does not save with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. Imagine every single problem that you face if you see it as an opportunity to be a testimony instead of a disaster. Imagine how God can change your life. Maybe you're going through something today and you tell God, Lord, I know you will fix this problem, and once you fix it, I will testify it. Some of you have great testimonies and you're just sitting here every Sunday. You need to tell someone about your testimony. You need to tell someone about your testimony. I will never get tired of telling my testimony because that's what God has done to my life. Some of you guys here, God changed your life 360 twice. And then once you're dizzy, God slap you. Wake up! Now you wake? God says, now wake up. Some of you, God changed your life. You're sitting here every day. Tell your testimony. Don't hide it. Look at David. This is the best book or best chapter about solving problems. Because David got it right. It's very simple. Change your thinking, change how you see the problem, and see your problem as an opportunity. A problem is an opportunity for us to learn that God is in control. In other words, most of the time, it is with our problems that God shows us His power. How many of you experience God when you're really happy?
Yes.
Very seldom. If we don't get sick, how can God show He's a healer? If we don't fall down, how can God show us that He is the God of second chances? If we are not broken, how can God fix us? In other words, it is with problems, giants in our lives, that God shows Himself faithful to us all in every single time. If we learn to see our problems as opportunities instead of calamities, our lives will change. Did you get that? If we learn to see our problems as opportunities instead of calamities, our lives will change. Remember, God gives us opportunities every single day, and it is up to us if we will choose to be a giant killer or be a giant watcher. Question to you today. Are you a giant killer? Are we a giant killer? Or you are just contented watching your giant grow bigger every single day? Every single day. Some of you here today, you got contented that you see your problems go bigger every single day. And the devil had you convinced already that there's nothing that you can do. There's something you can do. There's something you can do. Let it go and give it to God. And make the decision. Make the decision that you're going to be a giant killer today. Amen? Amen. So bow our heads and let me pray for you.